I am going to show you how you can make good money selling books on Amazon. Now, anyone can do this from anywhere in the world, and this will be one of the easiest methods you'll ever learn. But before I start, go ahead and share this video with a friend, a family member, anyone that this video could help. Don't be intentionally selfish with this video and block your blessing. Finally, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Knowledge is power. A lot of you already dispelled the idea of this, but that is just ignorance. When I learned about this, it was a very eye-opening, thing for me, and I want to share it with you today. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tabieta, and if you love the vibes and you love the energy, most importantly, if you find the information in this video any at all helpful, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, and don't forget to turn on your post notification, because you never know if the next job or the next video that I post will be the one for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video, shall we? Okay, so I am going to show you how you can create low content books like this and sell them on Amazon. But Tab, I am not an author. I don't know how to create a book. I don't have any money for inventory or to publish any book. Relax. Just watch the video to the end and thank me later. So what are low content books? So low content books are like journals, coloring book, puzzle books, game books, so on and so forth. It doesn't have a lot of content in there. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you how you can sell these books on Amazon and how you can collect your payment. Now, the website that we're going to be using today is called BookBold. So let's go ahead and go on the website. We have to start off with sharing with you how to create these books. All right, so when you sign in to BookBold, what you're going to do is right at this tab that you see me, you're going to go ahead and click on create. And then you're going to go to BookBold Studio. Now, it's going to prompt you to sign in. So let me just go ahead and put in my information. All right, so once you go ahead and sign in, and yes, guys, I was creating a book. I created maybe 3 books already because I'm super excited about this. It's really easy, but yeah, let's get into it. So you're going to go to project and you're going to go to a new project. Actually, guys, this book that I have here that you're seeing on the screen right now, this is the book that I'm actually going to create again, just because I may not be as much of a creative person as you can be. So don't judge my book, okay? If you might be more creative than I am, and go and create stuff, okay? So once you go ahead and click on project and click on new project, now your project type should be paperback, cover, and interior. For my project name, I'm just going to type motivation, just because you can name your project whatever. Now, you can name your project whatever. No, you can name your project whatever. No, for the size, stick to 6 by 9 inches. Now, how I selected this size, I just really worked with the first thing that it came up with. And also when I checked on Amazon, a lot of the journals that I was seeing similar to mine, this was, the size that they went along with. All right, and then you're going to go with black and white interior with white paper. All right, so we're going to go with, we're going to go ahead and let it bleed. And now what that means is the lines will run out pretty much like this. Let me show you. I have a notebook here. So pretty much like this. All right. Okay, so we're going to go with, I'm going to say 50 pages just because you can do 100, you can do 80, you can do 125. It doesn't matter. You're creating your book. You're the author at this point. And then we're going to go and create project. All right, now it will bring up all of this, just explaining the cover, all of the details about how the book would look or the size, so on and so forth. So so the right side of the book here is the front and the left side here is the back. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to click on this little, I don't even know what to call this, but click on this little icon up here, and then you're going to click on hide cover template just to get all of that off there, so that we can go ahead and create our book. Now, what I'm going for, is a motivational journal. I just think that is a all year round seller, because persons are always looking for motivation. Persons always want to write their feelings down. that's just something that I am going to go for. Now, when you're creating your book, you could take into consideration the season. Maybe if, you know, like for example, when we were in Christmas, you could create something, you know, Christmas themed, or know that we're coming up to Valentine's, you could create a Valentine's journal or a Valentine's notebook. There's so much that you could do. Okay, so I'm sticking with motivation, and what I'm going to do, the first thing that I would consider doing is to get a cover, because, you know, this is blank, this is boring. Again, I am not very artistic or creative where this is concerned, so my book will be very basic. Yours could be chef's kiss. Okay, I just want to let you know how you can use Bookbowl to create your, you know, book, so you can upload it on Amazon. All right, so we're going to go first and get a cover. I'm going to go on pictures, and what I would suggest, guys, is that you either go to Pixabay or Unsplash. You could download a picture and use your picture, but you don't want to take something off Google and risk being copyrighted. Or if you're going to do that, just ensure that you do enough research. All right, so I'm going to go on Pixabay. Even though I have them saved, I just want you to know that you could get all of your, you know, all of the pictures here. And what I did is I went ahead and I type in sky, because personally I love the sky. I think, you know, if I'm thinking motivation, I don't know, I'm just thinking the sky is always pretty. It always works. All right, so as you can see, we get a lot of options here. I just scroll through, you know, just to look at something. And when I saw this sky with the little heart, it was perfect for me. So I'm going to go ahead and select on this, and just because I want the same thing on the back and on the front, I'm just going to stretch it across. Now, that's what we have so far. Simple, cute. When you look at the sky, you feel at peace, you know. I think it's giving what I want it to give. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and put a title. Now, you can see you get different types of heading that you can use. I'm just going to go with the bridge text just because it looks cool. I don't have any specific reason for anything, you know, I'm just mostly working with it looks cool, right? All right, and then once you go there, we're going to go ahead and click on edit text. And we're going to put in what we want. Now, I'm going to call my book Free Your Mind. And then we're going to go ahead and press OK. So now we have our Free Your Mind. And then I'm going to put journal below that. Let's just go with text with variant. All right, and I'm going to pull this right below here. I think I'm going to make the Free Your Mind a bit bigger just because it's kind of tiny. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so now we're going to go with the text variant, and again we're going to go to edit text. Now here I'm just going to put journal. Perfect. Okay, and it's too far away, so I'm just going to pull it up a little bit. Now, of course, when I look at this, it looks very basic. I know I'm not creative, but I can tell that this is pretty basic. So I'm just going to go again and add another picture. So I typed in birds, and then I put PNG. I don't even remember what this means exactly, but it means that you'll get the picture without a background, and that is what I wanted. So I typed that in. And I scrolled and I saw these little birds flying out of a cage. I just thought, there's a blue one, there's a pink one. I think it would probably go well with my cover, right? So I went ahead and I added that. So I just brought it down a little bit to have the cage hanging right below the R, and then the birds just flying. Okay, so but wait, I don't want it to be too close to the... Okay, guys, it's not so bad. So Free Your Mind journal. Would you purchase this? I think you would. Don't be a meanie. I'm going to pull this over a little bit more just because I think it's not really in the center. And then I think the journal is good. Yeah. All right. So now we have our cover, right? So now what you would do is we're going to go to add pages, because now we have a cover, but we definitely want to have, you know, the inside, the interior, right? So when I go to my cover here, when I go to my new page, I'm going to click on add a new page. Once you click on it, now we're going to go over here and we're going to select this little puzzle thingy just so we can get, you know, a design for how we want the inside of our book to look. Now, I'm pretty basic. I don't want anything too crazy. As you can see, there's a lot of options here. Even if you wanted puzzles or if you were going to create some games, a lot of options, guys. So much that you could choose from. But again, I'm very basic, and I think I'm just going to go with this right here, and that's how it will look. So I think I'm going to go with the middle one. I think I like that one better, just because. Now, remember, I personally selected, 50 pages, and to go to each pages one by one and select this, that would take your entire day. And I said this was easy. So all you would have to do to have all of the pages, created like the first one that you did, we're going to go ahead and select all, but we have to deselect the cover, because if we don't do that, whatever we're copying will go on the cover too. So we're going to select all, and then we're just going to press next. Now, I don't know what all of this means, but I assume I can just leave it as is, because it would prompt you to the most popular one, right? That's how everything works. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. Now, all of my pages will come up and have this little, page with a one margin line where you could put some things over the side, and you could write your motivation or your feelings or anything that you have per se over this side. Now, I think my page, again, is a bit boring. So I'm actually going to add a picture to that. And again, from the birds PNG page, I really like this. I think this is a hummingbird. Yeah, this is a hummingbird. And I went ahead and I clicked on it, and then I'm going to add it to my page. No, I don't think I want it all the way up there, so I'm going to bring it down here. It's a bit too big too, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. Guys, and this process is also so fun. If you love to create stuff, this will be so fun for you. Okay, so looking at this, it's a bit too bright, and if someone were to write on this page, this part would be like, So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn down the opacity. So we're going to click on this, and then we're going to turn down the opacity just a little bit. Well, a lot actually, so we can see the lines. Like, we want it there, but you should be able to write on the page, right? So I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so we're going to select OK to ensure that it saves. All right, now I'm going to use the, the right key on my keyboard, and I'm going to click on duplicate, just because I think I want more than one, because we want it basic, but we don't want it basic. And now I think that looks good, right, guys? And then I want to apply this to all of my book, all of the inside of my book. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go over to the page again. I'm going to use my right key, and I'm going to select clone this page. Now I'm going to, so you could do a lot of things with this. You could select odd or even. What that means is one side of the book would have it and one side wouldn't, or you could just select the first half or the second half. As you can see, there's a lot of options, but I'm just going to click select all, deselect the cover, of course. And all right, so seeing as though I selected all of my pages, I'm going to go ahead and select on clone and OK for the prompt that we get there. All right, now all of my pages are going to look like this. Okay, and I'll just click on one of them so that you can see it's loading. All right, there you go. And all 50 pages will look like this. Now, what you're going to do once you're finished with creating your book, you're going to go ahead and click on download, and then you're going to go ahead and download current project RGB. Now, once you download your project, you're good to go. You have your interior, you have your cover, it will be downloaded in a PDF file. Now, let's get into how you're going to sell this on Amazon. Now, to sell books on Amazon, you have to sign up for Amazon KPD. Now, this is actually free. Yeah, so it's actually free to sign up for Amazon KPD, sorry. Now I'm going to go on my account because I'm already signed in, but I promise I'm going to take you from the top. Now, actually, when you go to sign up for this, I'm going to see if I can find some pictures to insert. But basically what you're going to do is you'll have to put in a few personal information, your name, your address. Okay, and now as for your bank, if you're not located in the United States like I'm located in Jamaica, what I had to do is, because when I selected Jamaica, it gave me an error saying that it doesn't pay to Jamaica, which that is fine, because Okay, girl. Okay. So I went ahead and instead I selected that I have a bank in the United States and I used my Payoneer account. Now, I am assuming, seeing as though I use my Payoneer account, you could also use your TransferWise account or if you have PayPal. But seeing as though I'm sure of Payoneer, that's what I can say to you because that is exactly what I used. Now, once you go ahead and you select your Payoneer account, it will go through successfully and then it's going to ask you for your tax information. Now, if you're not in the United States, if you are, it's very straightforward. Just go ahead and sign up. If you aren't, it's still straightforward. You just have to select that you're not from the United States. You're not signing up on behalf of a United States citizen. And then you'll have to put in your country's tax identification number. So I put in my tax identification number and that was pretty much it. Now, once you do this, it's going to have you fill out the W8BEN form, BEN form. And basically what this does is make it so that you don't have to pay a tax of 30%, but 10%. So yeah, I just really wanted to put that out there for persons who aren't located in the United States, because this is a really good, way to develop or create a passive income. And I wouldn't want my Jamaicans or all of my other audience who don't reside or live in the United States to miss out on this. All right, so let's get back to the KPD account. So once it is that you go ahead and you select you finish signing up, you're going to see a button to create. Now, once you select create, you're going to go ahead and select paperback, because remember we created a paperback book. Now, once you do that, it's going to ask you for your title. I went ahead and I put in Free My Mind Journal because, as you know, that's what it's called. I didn't put any subtitles, but you can. And then for series, I just skipped over that because I won't have that. And then the next thing, all right, guys, yes. So once you reach the orchard, this is where you come in. You're going to go ahead and enter your name like you see I have here. And then for contributors, we're not going to put book bold. Okay, so for description, what I did was I went onto book bold and I went to research. So instead of create, we're going to go to research and we're going to go on the cloud. No, well, when I went on the cloud, I went ahead and I typed in journal just because I wanted to see, well, motivational journals, because, that's more of what I was going for. I wanted to see the most popular ones that are on Amazon right now. It will show you top 100. You can actually choose between top 500 and so on and so forth. But we're just going to stick with top 100. All right, so based on the books that I'm seeing here, I went ahead and I tried to, because I could see how they describe their books. So I went ahead and I just created something similar. So I just wanted you to know that you can use BookBowl to see the top sellers so that you could, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You can kind of use those top sellers or best sellers as inspiration. So I went ahead and I put a little bit of description here, and I ensured to put the amount of pages and the size because I thought, that may be important. Now you're going to ensure that you select I own the copyright. Okay. And then as for the keywords, how I found my keywords, as you can see, I have 7 keywords here that I wanted to use, and I actually used BookBold for this also. I went same place here where you see research. You just scroll down a little bit where you see keywords. Now I went ahead and I clicked on search. Once you click on search, it will pop up and you're going to see, I went ahead and I put in motivational journals. Once I selected search, it's going to tell you the top keywords that person searched for on Amazon, so you can know what people are looking for and what you want to ensure that is on your book. Now, as you can see, it's showing you here the Amazon search, the Google search, and the search volume, of course. Now, the ones that says no data, I'm not actually going to use those ones. So I go for the ones that it shows that the competition is high, because I want the best of the best. So that is where I basically got my keywords from. Now you're going to scroll down a little bit more, and I went ahead and selected low content because, as you know, we created a journal. And then where it says, is this inappropriate, we're going to go ahead and put no. Now we're going to go to save and continue. Now the next page that it brings us to, which will be coming up pretty soon. All right, so this is where it takes us to the paperback content. Now I just left it here where it says publish without an ISBN. that's what the prompt says, and that's what I'm working with. No specific reason for that. I'm going to skip over all of that, and then we're working with our black and white interior, and our size is 6x9. As you can see, I just have it exactly, and I just went ahead and selected glossy instead of matte. That's just me. You could choose matte if that's what your preference is. All right, and then this is where we would actually go to upload our manuscript and our cover. Now, when we downloaded it from BookBolt, as I mentioned, it downloads in a PDF file. It downloads in 2 separate PDF files, your cover and your interior. So I went ahead and I uploaded my interior, and then I uploaded my cover separately. And then the good thing about Amazon is on their KPD, you can see a preview of how your book will look before you actually go and, put it out there. So I'm going to show you guys how my book look. Again, I know it's very basic. Don't come for me. You be creative. I just want to give you this information so you can set up your passive income, okay? All right. So as you can see, this is how my book would look. It's kind of cute, guys. It's kind of cute. It's not bad. So Free My Mind journal with my little birds. And then, of course, you already know how my interior looks with my little, small birdies on the pages. Okay, so seeing as though that's actually good to go, I'm going to go ahead and select approve. All right, perfect. Okay, so with this part, again, once you select approve, everything is there as you would want it to be. And now they're going to tell you the price. Now, listen, the good thing about Amazon KPD is that the price that they're showing here, your printing cost is $2.15. You don't have to pay this upfront. What happens is that whenever somebody purchases your book, Amazon, so whatever you set your fee to be, Amazon basically deducts this out of it. So you don't have to pay for inventory. You don't have to pay to print this. Again, you only pay once somebody orders. So why are you still here? Why aren't you setting this up right now? I'm kidding. Stay to the end. All right. So again, your printing cost is $2.15. So we're going to save on continue because, we agree. We have to agree. And again, guys, you're not paying anything unless you're making money. So you're not being charged unless you make money. Smartest thing ever, right? Okay, so now we're going to go down here and it's going to ask you, okay, what do you want to price your books? Now, guys, you have to be very smart with this. You don't want to go and put your book for $15 or $20, so on and so forth. What I did is I went back to, Book Studio and BookBolt, and I went on the books. So let's go back to products. Let's go to clouds. So I went back and I saw all of the #1 books that I was looking at to see what persons were selling them for. And the most popular price that I see here, let's scroll down so you can see, I'm not lying, the most popular price that I'm seeing is $6.99. But because I want to be a little bit smart and I want persons to, gravitate towards mine, I'm going to, because, persons love to see a little cheap. So I'm going to put mine at $5.79. Now, it actually shows here that once Amazon takes their money out of this, I will be making $1.32 per sale. So Amazon takes 40% and you take 60%. Pretty much. All right, so yeah, guys, it's really that simple. And then once you scroll down, you're going to go ahead and publish your paperback book. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. Again, guys, it may seem like if you don't like the price that I mentioned where I was saying you're only going to make $1.32 from Amazon, you can up your price a little bit. But guys, remember, my book was very basic. You can make your book not so basic. You could, give it a little bit more spend more time on it if you would like, and you can set the price at a higher rate. Again, be smart with it, and then you can make more money. You're not paying anything to create to sell this on Amazon. It's free to sell on Amazon, and Amazon don't charge you unless you make a sale. And what they do is, I went ahead and I signed up with Payoneer. What they do is when you make a sale, they just send you an email to say, hey, this was deposited to your account. Now, as you can see, it says your paper book file has been submitted. We'll review your book and, basically notify you, all of that good stuff. But yes, guys, that's basically it. All right, guys. So also in an effort to be completely transparent, as you can see, BookBolt is what you've been looking
BookBolt comes with a very small price, and I will share that with you guys now.
for. Okay, so the price for BookBolt, I'm actually going to show it to you here. All right, so once you go on their website and you go on the pricing, you'll see where they have a newbie is only $9.99 monthly. And you can create as much book as you want. You don't have to only create one book and upload it to Amazon KPD. You can create 10 books. You can create 20 books. And this is all that you would be paying monthly. Now, as I mentioned, for the pricing, it's only $9.99 for the newbie package. And for the pro
is only $19.99 for the month, guys. Pretty awesome.
No, guys, let me just tell you right now, I do have a discount code. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for a BookBolt so that you can start creating your book and start making money on Amazon right away, I have a discount code. It's just my name, Tabieta, full caps. And of course, guys, I will also be putting the link in my description where, as I mentioned, you can get 20% off. So go ahead and sign up and start making some money. Get a 3-day free trial. So yeah, go ahead and sign up and thank me later. I do want to thank you guys for sticking through to this video. If you made it this far, go ahead and spam the comment section with BookBolt, because I want to see if you stuck through this video. I want to see if you are ready to sign up for this. So go ahead and comment BookBolt below. But again, thank you so much for watching. I love and I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye, guys.